So whether you're looking for an iPad or an Android tablet, I think you should stop and consider this. The world's best tablet for 91% of the people. Do you think you exist in the 9% or the 91%? There are so many tablets that are a lot more expensive, yet don't offer what this guy does. And everyone tries to compete with this. In fact, I think this is the bar that has been set for 2025, even for the likes of iPad Pro. Perhaps I can save you some money. Here's how. Now, I'm gonna leave the best news till last. I'm gonna start with the overview, tips, and then downsides, and then we'll get to the good news. If you didn't know already, this is the Oneplus Pad 3. I saw this, I bought this, but if you do want to support the channel, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll get going. Now this over here is a 13-inch tablet. It's got a very large screen. You've got one camera in the front here. We've got some volume rockers in here, the power button on this side, some speaker grills on left and right, as well as a USB-C cable. And then really that's it. If you buy the stylus 2, then this can just magnetically go into there and it charges the pen at the same time while being in there. One of the biggest thing that makes this pad super impressive is the actual display. This is 140 Hertz display, which means that anything you do on this tablet just feels super fluid and super smooth. Everything feels super smooth and very snappy. It's just very fluid experience, and make the tablet seem like it's faster than it is because it just works so smooth. You don't have this stutterness. We've got 3.4K resolution, which makes the pixels per inch a lot higher than iPad Pro. This screen is a 12-bit, color accuracy, color gamut, color space. Everything about this screen is absolutely amazing. Now, I know what you might be thinking. This is an LCD panel. And you're thinking, oh, come on, LCD panel, it needs to be OLED. And honestly, I thought the same thing until I actually used it. And then I realized that it's an LCD panel, not an OLED panel. Only late at night when it's very dark and I was watching Andor season 2 with my wife in bed, then I realized that, oh, I can actually see the back bars on the top. Oh yeah, it's not an OLED panel. But apart from that, it's very impressive. The screen brightness goes up to 900 nits. And the only thing I would want in the Oneplus Pad 3 Pro version would be just an OLED or AMOLED display. Then it will be perfect. Now, this color is some kind of a bluish gray. I'm not really a big fan of this bluey gray kind of tone. This tablet is running one of the fastest mobile chips in the world, the Snapdragon. Whatever you're doing with this, whether you want to do gaming or watch videos or try to do photo video editing, which is a little bit of a downside here, we'll get to that in a minute, but it's just very impressive. Is it as good as the iPad Pro's M4? No. You don't need it to have the M4 performance. This is just more than enough. My version has 16 gigabytes of RAM and 512 gigabytes of storage. When you're actually going to go and get your device or buying one of those, I highly recommend the 512 gigabyte option as well. Even though one of the downside here is that it's not expandable storage because you don't have a micro SD card slot. It's not exactly true. You can expand the storage by this USB-C. If you want to just get another tiny USB-C enclosure, maybe the 2280 enclosure, I've reviewed some of these on my channel, just plug it in there and then you can get extra storage. Another very interesting thing that I noticed in here is that the actual RAM in here, even though mine is 16 gigabytes, this here is 16 plus 12 in the top there. Can you see? Which means that this does very clever swapping. If you've got enough space on your SSD in the storage space there, it basically empties some of the RAM onto the storage space and stores it in there. And then when it's actually needed, it just pulls it back and then you can just use it again, which means that the RAM is actually a lot more than it is there. Now, Apple iPad Pro only has 8 gigabytes and some of the competition have either 12 or 8 as well, whereas here you get quite a lot more. The battery for this is extremely impressive. Now, this is one of the biggest selling points for this. This Pad 3 has over 12,000 milliamp battery inside there, which is one of the largest capacities of battery you can get on an Android tablet. In fact, any tablet at all. I'm always using this at the performance. I'm not putting it down to like a power efficiency mode or whatever. I'm always at high brightness mode. I'm charging the pen. It's been 1 day and 21 hours since my last charge, and it tells me that I've got 21 hours and then 55 minutes left. You can do all day work with it, then go home, watch some stuff, and then next day you still have plenty of battery, perhaps even last you till the end of the next day. If that's not impressive, I don't know what is. And honestly, anything else in the market, they're not able to offer you this, especially at this price point and at this refresh rate. Now, the next thing then is the actual usability. Why is this tablet so good? OnePlus is running their own kind of version of Android, and they've done some adjustments in here, which basically means that you've got very, very good multitasking capability with this tablet. So let's say you've got an app open and then you're on landscape mode. All you have to do is open it up, tap these three dots. Sometimes they're already on there on top of it. Right now, because I've got the screen record on, I can't really see it. So I'm not sure if that's there. So you can always access it by swiping and holding from the bottom. We tap the three dots in there. We're going to go to split view. And now we've got one pad in there. Then let's take another app on the side. You've got them easily side by side. And by holding onto this middle tab, I can easily choose how much is one or the other actually taking up the screen real estate. But that's just not with two apps, it's actually with three as well. We go to the split view with the third one, and now I can add a third option here as well. Now I can easily go between multiple tabs, and if I want to choose, I'll just tap on that side or on this side and swap them around. It's just amazing. Multitasking is the best on this tablet. On any other Android tablet, it's not as nice. It's just absolutely the best. The nice thing is, whenever I was trying to use the tablet and first setting up, and even if you're the same, maybe you're coming from an iPad, it gave you lots of interesting tips. So as you're just using, however you're trying to use it, it just realizes that you're doing certain things and says, hey, why don't you try this? Because that will actually is easier. And I'm like, wow, that is better. There are lots of shortcuts and customization that you can do on the settings. So please go check out the settings. I've got actually 41 cool tips if you want to check that video, where I'm just in 10 minutes kind of piling all the cool features and tips that I found about this. Now let's check out the speakers. They go very loud, and it's actually really, really good audio. OnePlus runs a clever thing where there's 8 speakers around, and whether you have it on landscape or portrait, it always adjusts the speaker volume, so it's actually giving you the stereo feel, and I'm liking that a lot. So what you're hearing and seeing right now is the actual camera of the back of the OnePlus 3. Now the thing is, it's not really good. And this is what the front camera looks like. It's okay. I can actually zoom into one or go a little bit wider. Again, a good camera for just phone calls, and this is what the audio sounds like as well. So you've got an idea what it might look like on your Google Meet or Teams calls or something like that. So I bought the Stylo 2 pen, and then the cover that actually was a free gift that usually costs $150, something like that. Can't remember, go check it out. And this is a really cool cover actually. And if you know the iPad covers, then the iPad cover either comes completely off, but in here you can use it in 2 bits. So you kind of just magnetically click on the top cover bit, and then now you can hold your tablet up. Now, the magnets aren't the strongest, so be careful when lifting it up, because you might, there we go, it can fall off. And then you've got the keyboard here, which has these pogo pins in the back, and then you can just magnetically attach it to your keyboard and it attaches to it. And then voila, now you kind of have some kind of a laptop thing. Generally, I'm a big fan of this keyboard, and it works really, really well. For example, if you want to go back to the tablet mode once your keyboard is attached, as you can see, my mouse is going around. But if, and then let's put this button on so you can see the keyboard is actually working. I can search for things. But if you flip it all the way around, all the way into the back, suddenly now the keyboard doesn't work anymore. The downsides are that this keyboard doesn't have backlit keyboard option. I know why they've done it, probably to save battery life and offer you better performance, but I do wish there was battery life for this. If you were on a train or some kind of in a dark environment where you can't control the lighting, it will be really good to see what I'm typing and what I'm pressing. The keyboard also offers you lots of different shortcuts for different things, how to use this, where you can go quickly Google search, hold down the AI button to actually talk to Gemini, or just directly press that and then talk to Gemini. There's all these options available here, and the tablet is really snappy, works fast, but that's a little bit of a downside. The other downside is the stylus. I've tried to use this and make notes and sometimes interact with some of the stats on the screens, but the thing is, the pen has a slight delay. I'm not sure if I can show you this on the video, but go try it out. Now, I do have the Galaxy Tab S9 FE. With that pen, I don't recognize the actual lag as much in here. And I've tried to be in different meetings where I'm making the notes with this pen, and honestly, I've been a little bit disappointed. I don't like the lag I'm getting with this pen. You don't really feel it when you're kind of drawing it, but when you're really writing anything, it does become more apparent. But at the same time, it's got cool haptic feedback. So it kind of feels like you're writing on a paper or something like that. You can adjust them in the settings. So that's really, really cool. I'm not sure how much you think this is worth, but let's put it in perspective. Some of the other things that are out there. iPad Pro 13-inch starts from over $1,000. Samsung Galaxy Tab S10 Plus, the same thing, $1,000. This guy here, what I paid was less than $600. Now I believe this might go back up in price, $699 if I'm not mistaken, but that is considerably lower, especially right now when the deals are on. It's lower than all of the competition and offers a lot better options than all of the competition. At the price point, I don't think there's any competition with that. And OnePlus has really nailed the placement of this Android tablet. Honestly, I was never really kind of sure of Android tablets. I didn't know where they would slot in, but now after using this, I'm like, actually, this is a good price. Everything about it just generally is amazing. And that comes from me as a creator who actually would want to use this as a video editing device, which it can't really do. Very, very limited video editing performance. Photo editing is okay. You can do it Lightroom. Photoshop, not really available. Photo editing is okay. These are the things that really would make me go down and not like the device as much because I can't really do that. But actually, I'm thinking, this is not really for that. I'm going to do my emails of it. I'm going to do all the other bits of it. And that helps me to not carry around a laptop that is a lot more expensive, heavier, and lasts a lot less on battery. And that's why this, I think, is really, really amazing. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Thank you very much, guys, for watching. Subscribe if you haven't liked the video. I'll always get back to my next messages. God bless, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.